Hello, everyone. We're going to read another section in our book, Fears, Doubts, Blues, and Pouts. Stories about handling fear, worry, sadness, and anger. So let's see what we discuss today. So today it looks like we've got Buford Bears' Bad News Blues. Oh my. Oh, he looks so sad, doesn't he? A big wet ball of water fell through the air. It landed in Buford Bear's bowler hat, along with the other tears which had dripped from his sad eyes. Buford sat outside his den and sighed. Oh me, oh my, I'm so sad. I wish I felt glad instead of so bad. Another tear fell with a splish and a splash. Suddenly there was a bigger splash, and Buford was surprised to find a nut floating in his bowler. He looked up into the trees just in time to see Shirl, Squirrel, bouncing from limb to limb. Sorry about that, said Shirl. Am I bothering you? She bounded down from one branch to the next, then jumped the last 3 feet to the ground. What's wrong, Buford Bear? The grass behind Buford rustled, and a pair of pink ears belonging to Hip Hop Bunny were soon followed by the rabbit's worried face. Yeah, I heard you sniffling and snuffling. Why the tears, big buddy? With a sniffle and a snuffle and two more tears for good measure, Buford moaned. Oh, woe is me. I'm so sad. I wish I felt glad, but I feel so bad. Shirl and Hip Hop looked at each other with surprise, then turned toward their friend. What's there to be sad about? Asked Shirl. It's a pretty day. Look at all the grass and flowers to eat, the butterflies to chase, the hollow logs to crawl through. I don't care about those things, said Buford, with more sniffles than ever. Anyway, the last time I tried to crawl through a hollow log, I got stuck. Before Hip Hop could laugh at the idea of Buford stuck in a log, Buford shot him a mournful look. And it's not funny, Bunny. Nothing's funny anymore. Buford, Shirl said. Let us help you. You've got a bad case of the blues and you need to talk to your friends. What's your problem exactly? Buford said sadly. Everything has gone wrong lately, and today doesn't look any brighter. No one understands. Maybe I'll feel this way forever and ever. Buford dumped out the tears from his soggy hat and plopped it back on his head. And don't even try to cheer me up, he added. It won't help. Don't you want to talk? Asked Hip Hop. I've been talking to somebody about my troubles, said the big bear. Who? Asked Shirl. Me, that's who, Buford replied. That's just the problem, said Hip Hop. It's like one sad person talking to another sad person. It just makes you feel worse. Try talking to us now, okay? Okay, said Buford with a very deep sigh. It all started a few days ago when I was on my way to the pond. I passed Elwood, Elk, and Bruce Moose along the path, but they just ignored me. And Oscar and Oliver Otter just ran the other way when they saw me coming. I try to be friendly, but I think the other animals must not like me very much. Anyway, after that, I decided to go home to my den. Buford, we're your friends, said Shirl. We think you're great. And the other woodland animals do too. They probably just didn't see you. Well, it doesn't feel that way to me right now. So what did you do next? Asked Hip Hop. Buford sighed, remembering. The next day it rained and rained. So I stayed inside my den all day long. Did you tell anyone else you were sad? Did you ask anyone to come over for a visit? Asked Shirl. No, said Buford. You mean you just moped around your dark, crowded, smelly den? Maybe it's not the most cheerful place in the forest, but it is my home, said Buford with only a little hurt pride. No, I didn't tell anyone my troubles. and I felt sadder and sadder to think that I was all alone. Then the really bad thing happened. What was that? Asked Hip Hop with concern. Tears started to overflow from Buford's eyes again as he remembered. The next day I felt a little better, so I decided to go across the woods to see my very best dear friend Beulah Bear. When I got to her den, an old owl told me she had moved away to the other side of the mountain. I don't think I'll ever see her again. Hip Hop's face fell. You know, my best bunny friend, Rad Rabbit, moved away last summer. I walked around with a sad face for the longest time. I didn't feel like doing much either. You mean it's normal to feel sad when you lose a friend? Asked Buford. Sure, it's normal, said Hip Hop, giving the bear a pat on his big brown paw. Oh my, Buford Bear, said Shirl, wringing out her tail, which was now wet with Bear's big tears. You do have a bad case of the blues. No wonder. Just wait, said Buford. It gets worse. After I found out about Beulah, I felt so low I decided to visit my favorite berry patch. Nothing cheers me up like a mouthful of wild blueberries. So I hiked back across the woods to my secret spot, and it was gone. I guess a lightning from the storm a few days ago hit a nearby tree. The fire from the tree also burned up my berries. Buford sighed a deep sigh and rested his head in his hands. This hasn't been my week, he said. When I think about those lost berries, I get even sadder than before. Everyone is sad when they lose something that was important to them, said Shirl gently. I lost my nest and a tree full of nuts when lightning hit my last home. Sure, I was glad to get out safely, but I cried and cried about all my nice things and hard work gone up in smoke. Losing things can be very hard, but it got better in time. So time can help? That's good to know, said Buford. And talking with you has made me feel better. What else can I do? I know, said Shirl. Let's think about what we can do to help get rid of Buford's blues. You too, Bear. Now that you've stopped crying, you can help make a plan. The animals decided to think about their ideas in private. Shirl whisked to the top of the tallest tree around and munched on a pine cone while she thought. I've got it, she said finally. Hip Hop burrowed into the grass, nibbling on some sweet clover nearby. That's it, he shouted after a while. Buford stretched out in the warm sun, chewing on the honeycomb he'd saved for a special day. As he relaxed, he felt some of his sadness drain away. Suddenly, he sat up straight, saying, Yes, 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 just the thing for my bad news blues. Shirl went to the top of the tree. He burrowed down. Now they've all got something. At the same time, the three animals met together by Buford's den. Listen to this, said Buford with excitement. Why don't you two come hunting with me? Together we'll find a new berry patch and share what we have with everybody. It'll be a party, a very berry blueberry party, said Shirl, her tail twitching at the thought. That's just what I was thinking of. Hey, you guys, said Hip Hop, you stole my idea. It is a good one, isn't it? Blueberries to beat the blues. Say, why don't you ride up here with me? Invited Buford. So the three friends set off together. Just then, a butterfly landed itself squarely on Buford Bear's nose. His friends laughed out loud at the sight, and Buford suddenly found himself doing something he hadn't done for days. He smiled. Aw, it's wonderful to have friends. Sometimes we do get the blues and we feel sad. And that was really good what Shirl and Hip Hop recommended to Buford Bear. Did you talk to anyone about it? So when you're feeling sad, find someone you can trust. It's okay to keep your thoughts to yourself, but sometimes we need to think it through. If you can't get over it on your own, tell a friend, tell someone who's happy so they can cheer you up. Because if you can look up, you can get up. All right. So I hope you like that story from Fears, Doubts, Blues, and Pouts. And we'll read the next section tomorrow. I hope you liked it. Press like at the end if you did. And I'll see you next time at Cindy Harper Speaks. Thanks for tuning in and bye for now.